Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today I'm reviewing a beer from Belgium, gifted to the channel by Mr. Beardy in the East, and it's made by Koninck. I assume that is who it is. Yeah. So it's called Tripel Danvers. Reminds me of Captain Marvel, and it's Stadsbrouwerij de Koninck. If that's even how you pronounce it, my pronunciation's rubbish. And it says here, Sterk Blonde Beer Blonde Triple. So 8% ABV, 330 mils. On the back, traditional Belgian triple. And then it says a little, traditional Belgian triple with a touch of Antwerp, a big head and a big mouth, but just as big a heart, a bottle full of joy. I've just had to watch Emmerdale and Coronation Street and need a beer. And the only problem is the storylines entwine you. Pop a smoke there. That smoke. So we'll pour it out, we'll get it nice and slowly. And look at that colour. Beautiful, vibrant, blonde colour. You'll call it that, blonde. Some may call it a straw to gold pour. And try not to get too much of a head. There we go. Ooh. So I got this glass from Lincoln Green Brewing Company back in the day, when they were doing their, pretty much monthly events at the tap room. Sadly, I don't think they do them anymore. I think all breweries, the popularity of things, doing brewery tours and that, it either works or it doesn't. It is what it is. Some things work, some things don't. And I get the same with beer reviews. Some things work, some things don't, and kind of knock it on the head and carry on, And there we go, a hazy blonde coloured pour with a white head, 8% ABV. Oh, bloody hell, nearly knocked the glass out of my hand. Yeah, big white head on this. Very much reminds me of the sort of aromas that you would get from Duvel. That esters, banana, touch of coriander mixed in with that. Even a bit of chamomile, unless I'm dreaming. It's been known. Oh. We'll let it breathe, see how it goes. Plenty of carbonation going up. Oh, neck absolutely shattered. It's 9 o'clock at night. Had some tough news about a friend this week, and I know he'd been ill. And on Sunday over at the Mega Brew at Magpie Brewery, they said that this particular person was selling his kit, his brewery kit, and I thought, bloody hell, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know what, and I know the enthusiasm that this person has for his brewing. Really got into it in a big way, and obviously invested quite a bit to buy it. And then he broke the news on the internet that he's got cancer, which is, devastating. He's only 40 odd himself, a young looking 40 as well, to be fair. And then he's let us know he's got liver cancer, and and a good friend of our chat. If you know, you know. And yeah, devastating. Such a lovely person as well, really nice person. He's got a son, a teenage son. So again, there's a worry, you know, and his son and his girlfriend, and you know, my hope that he's, you know, got the best of people looking after him and the best hospital treatment, and has caught it nice and early. You know, it's a worry, isn't it? The real world sometimes can batter you down in the most cruelest of ways, and it's kind of frightening because he felt unwell for so many weeks, and you know, from a point of view where like all of us, something different, you know, a different pain, but the problem is, you know, you could worry yourself too much, and then you've got the issue of getting hold of a blooming doctor these days. It's depending on who your doctor and surgery is, it's nigh impossible with some. Obviously, there's way too many people in the country, and nowhere near enough doctors. And doctors are doing private work, so the rich win always. And I know this because my brother, he works for IKEA. And he's got healthcare with IKEA, an healthcare thing, which is fair dues. Went to this doctor, and basically he's got a lesion, if that's what the word is, on his heart, possibly from birth, and it may be genetic. So, and he's had 2 stents fitted. Don't ask me what stents are, I ain't got a clue. I know my mum had two stents fitted at some stage. And it does put the fear of God in you at times. And like with anything in life, the more you worry about something, the more you can whittle yourself into a situation. I think it was his blood pressure. He'd got high blood pressure, 150 blood pressure. Begs the question, do you go out and get your own blood pressure machine? Or is that a bad thing to do, you know, to test your own blood pressure? Because these days you've got and I've seen them on the internet, I think it was on YouTube, where they just put the blood pressure thing on your arm. It's as simple as that, and it tells you what your blood pressure is. And yeah, I mean, my sister-in-law, she had high blood pressure. She's 70 odd, had high blood pressure, and you know, she was quite ill with it, to the stage where she had to go to hospital, and be in hospital for so many days. I think they've sorted it now, but it is frightening, I suppose, you know, really. I suppose as you get older, you come across it more, don't you? You know, illnesses and things. I mean, I had a cousin who died at 15, clever little boy. Anthony died at 15, took way too young, you know. And sadly to say, his dad was an oik, absolute oik. Lived with me, grandma, and his dad, absolute waste of time. Bit of what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for without being rude. Eccentric, you could say, and or a bit of a funny bugger, you know, in this grand scheme of things. And I don't really have out to do with that side of the family, really. Yeah. It's funny with families. When we think about families, we work so hard. We have very little time to go visiting families, seeing families, work like that. You know, just living life, doing what you do. Anyway, to my mate, if you're watching this, mate, absolutely wish you all the best and for speedy recovery. You know, we'll have a drink soon. So, back to the beer. And yeah, hazy pour. It says it's blonde. We'll go with what it says. For me, it's between a straw and gold colour pour. I'm crap with colours at the best of times. And again, them Duvel vibes, you know, the original Duvel, that aroma, what I would class as a typical Belgian aroma on a beer. It's the same sort of aroma I get from quite a few different Belgian beers. I suppose in the same way from like German lagers, a lot of them smell exactly the same. %, not really swashing me too hard. Gotta be honest, years ago, I wouldn't have touched this. 6 years ago, at the start of the channel, I wouldn't have even touched something like this. Didn't like Duvel then, really didn't. Drank it once and it was like, oh my god, it's disgusting. And it's funny how your taste buds change over time. I mean, I'm still no way near a fan of Hoegaarden. I really just dislike that beer. I've drank it and I've reviewed it once or twice, I think. I absolutely stay away from it. Yeah. If someone came up in the pub and offered me a free beer and that was it, I'd say, I'm sorry, I can't drink that. I can't do it. I dare say I could neck it, but that's not enjoying a beer. To enjoy beer, you want to be sampling it and just enjoying it. Oh, going down the absolute treat, gotta be honest. Oh, it's funny, I've got a week now. Yeah. As long as I can get next Thursday off, I'll break up a week today. And you know something? I think after a long summer, a very fast summer, I've never known a summer like it, where I've done long hours and all of a sudden it's September. The end of September. And it's like, where the hell did that summer go? We've done so much into life, and yet it's flown by. Sometimes when I look back at my life, bloody hell, where did some of them years go? 1 minute you're 24, 25, and then all of a sudden you're flipping 53, and it's like, where did it go? And obviously when you're at work, it goes bloody slow at times, and there's times when you want it to go fast, and then you sit down and you just look back and you think, where did them go? I mean, obviously you live every day. It's not a dream world where, you know, you're not living the days, but it's crazy how time just, you know, disappears even. Wow. I have no idea. I'm as gobsmacked as anybody else where the years go. I mean, it's like this beer review thing. 6 years. 6 years already. I remember doing it for about a year or two. I think a year and a half, and I kept under the radar of most beer reviewers out there. Although Dean's beer reviews spotted me pretty quickly. And obviously I remember COVID, started doing a bit more beer reviewing. And then that COVID year, you know, starting, I think in November, started doing lives. And then did the Christmas Advent calendar. And the channel at that stage, up until about March the following year, before the restrictions were took off, the channel was absolutely stonkingly massive, as I think were all YouTube channels, because I think they all got ridiculous viewership, because millions were sitting at home wondering what the hell to watch. So they watched some boring bleeder talk about beer. Yeah, there you go. Ooh. So, tasting great. Definitely getting like a typical Belgian type of flavour from it. And as you can see, lacing on the glass there. Out of 5 for me, yeah, good 4.3 out of 5. I definitely got a Duvel type experience from that. Very nice. Thank you for watching. See you soon.